Welcome to the Brad and Squeeze Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, and you know
God.
you know what Friday means. You say thank God when you wake up on Friday, right? You should say
Indeed.
thank God every day. Actually,
You should.
you should say thank God
But there's
every
just
day.
something about Fridays.
But there's something about Friday that you give an extra thanks to God because it's the weekend. The weekend is coming.
The weekend is here.
The weekend is here. There's an entertainer called The Weeknd.
He's one of my favorite artists.
Yes. That's a good name because that means he's just fun all the time.
He is.
Right? Isn't that a good name? The Weeknd?
You should see him perform live. It's crazy.
Is it good?
Yeah, he's really good.
He's really good?
Yeah.
Where did you see him?
Made in America in Philadelphia at
Yeah.
a festival.
I saw his girlfriend perform.
Bella Hadid?
No, Selena Gomez he's dating now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't know that?
No, I didn't know he started dating.
And
her.
you know what? I didn't want to go because I thought it was going to be like a teeny bopper thing. But I want you to know something. She was really, really good.
Really?
Yes.
I always thought
Yeah,
those
and
Disney
little
stars.
Little Nicky's like, no, she wasn't.
No?
She can't sing to me.
Really?
She cannot sing to you.
I think...
I'm going to tell you something. She was a very good entertainer.
Huh.
I was very surprised because I didn't want to go.
I think she's beautiful. I'll go
Yeah.
see her.
She is beautiful.
Right, but little Nicky, I'm telling you, you would have enjoyed yourself.
You know what's gonna make you?
Next-
You know what's gonna make you respect her more too?
What?
She has lupus. And
I
she
do
still,
that.
She still performs and does everything.
No, we're not talking about
You
You
you.
don't.
wish.
You don't want to have
We're
that.
not
Lovely,
talking
wonderful
about
guy
you.
here.
Yeah, Squeeze
Nobody's
just.
talking about him.
You know what? By the way, you came in and you sat down. I thought we were about to start the show.
Yeah.
And then you stand up. You say, "I'll be right back."
Yeah.
And then SMG, little Nicky and me, we all look at each other.
Yeah.
By the way, Squeeze, you're not in the picture.
In the
Little
shot.
Nicky, in the shot. Come on, you got to be a better camera person. No, he's like his cut off.
His
Right.
head?
His head is cut off. Yeah. At least on Facebook, his head is cut off.
Yeah, he's
So
funny.
he goes and he sits down. He goes, "Okay, let's go." And we're about to start the show. And then you stand up and you say, "I'll be back." Goes and I don't know what that means. And I go to SMG. I go, "What does that mean? I'll be back? Is he going to be back for the 12 o'clock show? Is he coming back in 2 seconds? Should
never
we
know.
wait for him to start?"
Dude.
And SMG
The
says,
show is Brad and Squeeze.
Right.
So I had to come back.
"That's right."
Yeah.
And so SMG says, "I don't know." So then I look at little Nikki, who, by the way, has her hair. I can do a bounce off of that hair today.
No,
Did you see her? Look, I mean, that's a lot of work to. You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
But that's a lot of work to
No,
to do
just
that, no?
flip and then wrap.
the flip and wrap.
Yeah.
Just
Flip it
flipping
forward.
around.
Flip and wrap. Got it. She did the flip and wrap this morning. So, little Nikki says, "Just start the show." So I said, "Okay, fine."
Yeah, she's right.
Right. She said, "Start the show." She goes, "I don't know where Squeeze is. I don't know when he's going to come back. Maybe he'll be back in 2 seconds. Maybe he'll be back in 2 hours. We don't know."
2 seconds.
Right. Right. Little Nicky goes, "Maybe he went to dance in his office again." We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know what happened to the guy.
You know where David Annakie's going this weekend?
Greenwich.
Do you know where David Annakie's going this weekend?
Which David Annakie are we talking about?
Exactly.
Which Annakie are you talking about? There's multiple David Annakies.
There's one that's doing Greenwich.
Yes.
There's one that's doing Jamaica.
Really? Which one is doing Jamaica?
That's what I heard.
You going to Jamaica?
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
I'm SMG.
You
Is
talking
it
to me?
David Annakie? I thought that was David Annakie.
You talking to me?
Yes.
What
I
was
will
that
be-
movie? That Bob movie?
You-
You talking to me?
talking to me.
You talking to me? What's
You
so
talking
funny?
to me.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Yes,
You
I'll
going to
be in
Carnival?
Jamaica. Yes, I'll be in
That's fun.
Carnival.
That's fun.
I just got a
And
surprise.
Squeeze.
I couldn't afford it.
Squeeze can't do it anymore.
I couldn't afford it.
He said after doing it for 40 years or 40. How many years have you done Carnival in your
Twice.
lifetime?
Enough.
Only
I
twice?
swear. 2 in Jamaica, 3 times. 2 in Jamaica, and once in Trinidad.
I
You went to the one in
when you went
Trinidad?
I remember the
Once.
Trinidad one.
Oh,
I remember you went to the
Jeez.
Trinidad one.
That one was
That was out of control.
very.
Yes.
All carnival events are out of control.
Right, but the
Yeah.
one in Trini, which is
All I can say, man, a sea of beautiful women, maybe about 1 million.
right, and they're all dressed in their sexy costumes.
Yes.
And they're shaking their booties and everything else, right?
And the weirdest thing
Right.
is, why is it anything goes around that time?
Because
It's a
people are
beautiful
partying.
thing. It's a beautiful thing.
You know what? People
anything goes.
because people just want to let loose for 1 or 2 days, and the carnival gives everybody the excuse. and
Girls
says,
just coming up on you and
yeah, because they just want to let loose.
Oh, the horror.
The horror.
Yeah.
The girls coming up. Who do you want? Men coming up on you?
Terrible.
What do you want? You want animals coming up on you? What do you want coming up on you?
I don't know. I'm just a man of God trying to, follow the good book.
Here
And
we
these
go.
women, they keep trying to whine on me and do all these things. I just want to
S-
enjoy the music.
Yeah, right. Yes, right. SMG's on assignment for the weekend, apparently.
I'm on assignment.
Yes.
I will be working.
You'll be working.
Fortunately, I can't afford a plane trip
Yeah.
to Jamaica.
You know what? You know what little Nikki said to me before we got on the radio today?
What?
Because I was commenting on her hair. I said, "Wow, you look beautiful today, little Nikki." She goes, "You can have that too." I said, "I have no hair that I can do that with." She goes, "You can get a wig." I go, "I'm not going to wear a wig."
Again.
What?
I could get
You
a
can.
wig.
I'm not going to get a wig.
Why not? I think you look great.
You would think I would look good in a wig?
Yeah.
What happens when it like shifts?
You have
You
this
ever
thing.
see that? You ever see
There's,
that? Like some guy gets like a wig. It's like always in these bad comedies, and then all of a sudden the wig,
You just gotta
the
get
wig shifts.
gotta be glue. Put it right here.
You want me to put glue on my head?
It's hair glue, so it's good for you. It won't hurt you.
Please. How silly would that be?
Very.
That everybody has seen me bald, right?
And then one day
all
he
of a
just
sudden,
comes
one
up with
day I
the
come
full
with
head.
a full head of hair.
What are you guys talking about? This has been here the whole time.
And I act completely nonchalant, right?
Good morning.
If you could even grow back your hair right now, no one would think that it's real hair. Or you can get the same thing.
You can
that-
do hair plugs.
No, but
can.
you have Donald Trump uses whatchamacallit?
Spray.
Toupees.
Toupee.
No.
No, he's real hair.
It's his real hair, but he uses
Oh, is
there's a
it?
hair growth hormones they have now.
Oh, I thought he like does a spray or something to make it
Nah.
look thicker.
He has this hair growth thing that everybody's talking about it that
Really?
he's using. It's
Is
very
it called?
expensive.
Is it called orange gel?
I don't know.
I don't know because it seems to make him orange whenever he's putting in his hair.
Yeah.
I've never seen an orange person before.
I have.
You've seen orange people before?
When they tanned.
When they tan.
Well, when they fake tan.
You see, I don't orange. I get red.
But then
I
it
don't
kind of
tan.
flakes off into like a lightish.
No, I don't.
Brown
No,
tan.
I just get really red. I look more like
Sunburnt.
just red.
Like a lobster.
Like in the old movies, like with the not Indian color, but like the Indians put on the red paint on there.
Yeah.
Like
That
in those
red?
that
That's
red.
red.
Yeah, that red.
You guys are terrible. Let's get
Right.
to business. Ladies
All right.
and gentlemen, it's now time to rock and roll. Once again, folks, this is obviously your Link Up Radio, joining up with Law Officer Spar Bernstein and creating what's called the Brad and Squeeze Show. Right now, we're going to be answering immigration questions, just in case you don't know what we do here. That's a part of what we do here. The number to call is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Make the link, make the call, make it the Brad and Squeeze Show, and ask your immigration questions. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. We must remind you to like us, share with us, follow us. Am I too loud?
No, my bun is in the way.
Your bun is in the way. 465. We must remind you to
Bun is in the way.
like us. 1-800-529-5465. Now, what is it when it rains?
What?
It's like
What do you mean?
it's
That is just not a right hairdo for radio.
Yeah. I'm okay.
That is not the right
Oh,
hairdo for
boy.
radio.
boy.
And now she's going to be really mad at us all day that we make her put on like these headphones and it ruined her hair that she spent all this time doing.
You don't like the rain?
Me? No, I'm just saying. I think when it rains, and this is me saying this, and I'm disclaiming it. The Caribbean community just
But we have
withdraws.
more than Caribbean people.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm speaking
They're
about.
not withdrawals. They zaps their energy.
How would you know?
I don't know. Just what I witness.
I think I can agree with that. I don't like the rain.
Right. Zaps your
Makes
energy.
you sleepy.
Makes you sleepy.
Just makes me
Doesn't make me sleepy.
makes me mellow. Like
Doesn't make me sleepy.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Good.
What?
You feel.
Feel the same.
I
Rain
heard,
doesn't
I
affect
heard you
rain
worked
and
out this
shine.
morning.
What?
I heard you were like working out this morning, getting fit.
Who
that
told
gives
you that?
I heard you in the hallway.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I worked out this morning. And I was like,
you're pretty loud.
you got
Oh,
some
really?
energy. You came in with energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I worked out.
Yeah.
good.
See, I didn't work out yet. worked
I was out
today.
with Squeeze last night.
Oh, and then this morning you worked out.
And then this morning I worked out.
we went
Squeeze
bar
took me
hopping.
out.
Wow.
Yeah, we went to
Sweat out-
we went to
sweat
like
out the-
3 different bars last night.
Yes.
And then Squeeze, he's actually a really good wingman, by the way.
Very.
He's
Hey.
a very good wingman.
Hey, thank
You know, because some you know, you are.
He's like,
Yeah. Squeeze.
thank you, man.
What?
Thank you.
You are. You're a very
Thank
good
you.
wingman.
Thank you. Compliment,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I try.
Yeah.
I try. I'm like, no,
Right.
yep, no.
Yes. And then in the end, Squeeze always has this thing. You know, my club. Club? What club? You know, my club down in Jamaica, you know, and then all of a sudden
market.
everybody
Everybody's-
starts talking to Squeeze.
Yeah.
It's-
You know?
Of course, gotta just slide.
that's
He's
his
so
thing.
casual with it.
Yeah, he's so casual about it. You know, he lets me talk for 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden, he jumps in and he just goes, you know, my club.
Gotta market. Somebody's got to do the marketing, man, you know? But anyway.
Yeah. All right.
All
Ready
right.
to immigration.
Yeah, let's go to Stacy.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. Stacy, how are you?
Hi, good morning, Brad. Good morning, Steve. Thank you,
Good
guys.
morning, Stacy.
I have a question, please. How long after your biometrics is done do you get your work authorization?
Should be about 6 weeks after, 6-7 weeks.
Okay, so it takes a while for the fingerprints to go through the process, I guess.
Yeah, you know, you got to figure from the time you file. This is just a estimate, okay? From the time that you file your, I assume you filed an adjustment application. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay, so from the time that you file your adjustment, you figure it's approximately, give or take a couple of weeks one way or the other, 6 weeks to
Right.
fingerprint, and then 6 weeks after that to get the work permit. Sometimes it takes 7 weeks to fingerprint. Sometimes it takes 5 weeks. Sometimes after the fingerprint, it takes up to 8 weeks. Sometimes it takes, you know, it's supposed to come in
varies,
90
it varies.
days. It's supposed to, by law, come in 90 days. Sometimes it comes a little before. Sometimes it comes a little after.
Yeah, because I got the notice for the fingerprint like exactly a month after
Right.
the documents were received. You
Great.
know.
So you got it actually a little earlier than most.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Okay.
But it's going to be about 90
All right.
days.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Good
Thank
luck.
you
All
for
right.
calling. Once again, folks, the number here is 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Make the link, make the call. Make it, obviously, us right here, the Brad and Squeeze Show.
By the way, Squeeze, we're going to have Just Megan coming in at
Cool.
at 9:30. I just wanted to let you know that.
Okay,
Little
good.
Nikki has something on her mind, I assume, for Just Megan. Megan is our family and matrimonial lawyer, but we just call her Just Megan.
Just Megan.
Just Megan.
Just Megan. And then we're going to answer immigration questions right now.
Let's do it.
Okay.
1-800-529-5465.
Lan.
Yeah, Brad, I would like to ask a question.
Sure.
After you go to a settlement with your accident case and the judge make a final, how long after it takes to get your money? Because I've been waiting like for 4 months now. Every time I call the lawyer said, the check will soon come.
Well, it depends. If you settle with the city of New York, it can take up to 90 days. If you settle with a private insurance company, it should take 30 days. Now, many times, you know, there's reasons why you still didn't get your money. I'm not saying the lawyer did anything wrong, but, you know, obviously 4 months is a long time. But sometimes there's liens that have to be negotiated out. There's doctor's bills that have to be negotiated out. And many times the insurance companies will not write a check until all the liens are resolved because they want to pay the money directly to whoever. Liens means that people who you owe money as a result of this case, medical bills, doctor's bills, things of that nature, work reimbursement to workers' compensation perhaps. So there's a lot of reasons why sometimes it's delayed. Maybe that's one of the reasons, or maybe your lawyer is doing some shenanigans. I don't know. But generally, it's 30 days from settlement. The general rule is 30 days from settlement or 90 days if it's the city of New York. What I would ask your lawyer is ask him, what is the reason for the delay? And if he has no reason for the delay, then now you know there may be an issue. If he says, well, I'm trying to resolve liens or something like that, well, you know, that's a legitimate thing.
Well, Brad, I spoke to the adjuster of the company, and they said the check was sent out to the law firm, and the law firm is your firm.
Okay.
And I can't get my money. It's over 30 days, more than 30 days. It's from January.
All right, so then hold on 1 second. I'm not holding your money illegally, so let's figure out what's going on, okay? Hold on 1 second, okay?
She should have said that.
She says that from the beginning. What, she think she's going to, like, shock me? There's lots of reasons why.
All right. So,
And,
once
now,
again-
and of course, I don't even know if that's a true person because I don't know any client by the name of Lan. So I said, hold on, and we'll figure it out. And of course, she hangs up.
oh, she hangs up.
Yeah. So what does
What
she want me
the-
to do? What does she want me to do?
But we can trace the number.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes people just do things. Hopefully, if she's a genuine person, she'll call back. If not,
Yeah,
then
that
it's
was,
just,
you know what? Don't. If you have a problem, by all means, you can call me. You want to lambaste me on the radio? That's fine. That's your prerogative. Okay, but don't be
don't be conniving about it.
conniving about it. Say, hey, Brad, you're holding my money. WTF?
Yeah. Or your people. It's like for example, somebody called me up yesterday. It's a guy from Brooklyn,
Right.
and he says, "Squeeze, I love the show with you and Brad. man."
Right.
Okay. And listen, man, I think Brad is the best lawyer.
Right.
Yeah. You know. He said, "Can you talk to him about his fees?" I said, "I can talk to him, but that's between you and him.
yeah.
You know.
Right.
But Brad, I need for you to give him a break." Something that's on the radio.
I don't know who the guy is.
Let's just say his name is maybe Dwayne.
I don't know who Dwayne is. Dwayne the Rock?
Hey, you know. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just look out for that.
All right.
So people, that's what I do. People
Well,
call
Squeeze.
me and like, can you squeeze in something for me? I can talk to him. He's just my friend. Hey, but I know good lawyers don't come cheap.
Yeah.
I know that much.
Right.
All right.
And by the way, there's no record of her number. We traced her number, by the way, that woman.
And there's no record of her number.
No, we don't have a client from that telephone number.
Yeah, sometimes people just do some things just to
Crazy stuff.
get your day started, man.
Yeah, all right.
Guess what, Brad?
What?
You are going to Carnival.
Maybe.
Yeah. SMG, you should take him. I think
You want to come?
No, can you imagine Brad winding up on the road, winding up on
I want you to know
Winding up
something.
on the road.
I already had.
Put on some soca, wind up, winding
I
up on the
already.
road.
I already had a
Pull up on the big
crazy.
bumper.
I
Pull up on the
already.
big bumper.
I already had a
Back it up.
crazy night already this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
You were boxed in.
Yes, boxed in. Yes.
But luckily, somehow you escaped the box.
Right.
All right. So anyway, folks, let's do this. All right. All right.
All right. So call 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Call now with your immigration questions. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Kevin.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Yes, good morning, Brad.
What's
Squeeze, what's up?
Wagwan. That's what's up.
Yo, what you call it? Little Mickey and my youth there. Big up for
Mickey.
themselves.
Little
What's
Nicky
going
and my
on?
youth there. SMG. Yeah. So what up?
When me on page 21.
Everybody knows the show.
SMG.
SMG, that's like the BMW M5. All right, keep it cool.
Wait, what is he saying?
What?
Anyway, so
I
what's
don't even
up?
understand what he's saying.
He's talking about AMG.
Oh, AMG, SMG. I got it.
So what's up, man?
All right.
Anyway, yo, first I want to congratulate you, Brad. I heard this lady call a while ago. Listen,
What?
from 2003, you've been working on a lot of cases that I bring to your office, and I'm telling you, you do an excellent job.
Thank you.
I'm now trying to end my fifth year to file for my citizen,
Right.
and I want you to just say hi to the Spanish girl for me. I forgot her name. Her name is in my mouth.
Giselle.
She was Giselle, right?
Right. I tell you, we have a lot of people. We have a lot of,
Hispanic.
Spanish,
Hispanic, speakers here. But I don't know. I took a guess, Giselle, because she's been with me the longest.
Yeah,
Yes.
she first it was Monica, but Monica moved out.
Yeah, Monica moved to North Carolina to start a family.
Yeah,
That,
and,
that was a
but
bad loss
I
for us.
want
We
to
love
say, man,
Monica.
you've been doing an excellent job.
Right.
And I want to kind of give a history. You get me my green card. You get my father's green card. You get my I know you're working on my wife's green card, and then you're gonna work on my citizenship.
Right.
So, but the only thing I'm gonna come and talk to you, which I'm not gonna put it on the air, is something between me and you. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Certain things you don't say and do.
Sure,
Right, Squeeze?
Ah, straight.
Yeah, like that lady that while ago, I run our mouth. Anyway, I want to say congratulations on everything that you have done for me and my family.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now the question.
Yes.
I want to ask you. It's a real simple question. My brother is here. When I filed for my citizenship, right? I know you always say that we can do stuff when we get our citizenship.
Right.
But once I filed for my citizenship, I know brother to brother take a while. But instead of him sitting down here like Donald Duck and Donald Trump running around scraping up everybody, I can file for it, right?
You can file for him. It's just going to be a long time. It's just going to be a long time.
Yeah, I know. But can I do it until he's find him a nice Jamaican wife?
Yeah.
I don't want
Do
him
it
to
until you
marry no
find a nice,
American.
legitimate, bona fide marriage Jamaican wife.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Right. I don't want him to marry no American woman.
Oh,
Oh no.
really? Why?
Why not?
Why are you so prejudiced
No,
against
no,
American
no,
born?
What's wrong with them?
What's wrong with the American born?
Squeeze.
What?
Squeeze.
Yeah.
I want to say something to you, but me I would have to call you in a year.
He also
The
has to
reason
say
why-
it personally.
That's okay.
He has a lot of personal things. he has
Just
to
call
share
me,
with
man.
us.
Just call me.
He has a lot
914-288
of
link.
personal things he has to share with
No,
us.
let me tell you this. His friend, he has two friends that married an American woman, and one of them get him locked up, and next one get him deported. So that's why.
Do you know these people? he's
I don't
talking
know
about?
who. So he
He's
married the
referring to.
American woman, and the American woman got them locked up and deported.
Yeah, but I know a lot of friends that
friend-
married American women. They're very happy. So you can't generalize.
My brother friend married American woman, and they get one of them deported, and they get one of them locked up.
But that has nothing to do with their
they were-
ethnicity
yeah.
or their with a country or the
Just-
nationality
just-
or whatever.
Just a crazy woman.
It's
Doesn't
just-
matter, yeah.
hey.
If that's the case.
Yeah.
We do have some crazy ladies out there.
There's
We do
crazy
have some
pe-
crazy men out there.
There's crazy everywhere. right?
everywhere.
Is there crazy everywhere?
Yep. You were boxed in earlier this
Yes,
week.
I was with crazy earlier this week.
I hope I don't start no trouble.
But
Anyway,
you know what, my brother? That's the reason why we have a family law department at Spar and
Yeah,
Bernstein.
we're gonna
Issues like these.
We're going to sit down with the family law department in a little bit. All right, but Kevin,
Right.
hold on one second if you want to come speak to
Yeah,
me.
hold
Hold on
on.
1 second, all right? Thanks for the
All
call. I
right,
appreciate
yeah.
it. All right. 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465.
Bad man don't move.
Let's, what?
You wouldn't get it.
We're saying he should come to this side and they should go over there. And he's like, nah, bad man, don't move.
Bad man, don't move. Ava,
You should get up.
I am, but I want them to be on camera.
Go ahead.
Ava.
Why don't you get up, SMG,
One
and give
second.
the
All right,
ladies a seat?
you know, why? All right, there. Okay, good. All right, I have to direct everybody. All right, Ava,
Yeah.
what's happening?
Hello.
Yes, how are you?
All right. Yeah. Greetings. It's a question I want to ask.
What?
I have a friend who get deported from the 90.
Your friend who got what?
He got deported from 99.
Your friend got deported since 1999.
Yeah.
For what? What was the infraction?
Can you move that coffee? It's like in
What
the middle of
what was the
camera here.
infraction?
Okay, thank you. Yes. What was the infraction? Hello? All right.
Okay.
All right. So let me just
what?
say something.
Let's just,
SMG.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're
everybody's
trying
talking.
to do a radio show here, and we're answering immigration questions. You can't make like a whole circus of where people are going to sit.
Yeah.
Just sit them down wherever they can sit, because the last 5 minutes has been an absolute circus of where everyone needs to sit.
It has.
Okay. And it just ruins the show. Ruins it.
So which one are you? The lion or the giraffe? What?
No, I'm the guy in the front taking the tickets, watching the circus go on.
All right, let's welcome these two ladies, okay, from the family law department.
Right.
I attempted to segue earlier,
Uh-huh.
as a professional should.
Yes.
You know? However, there was a bit of a
Mix up.
no, what do you call it? Chairs, musical chairs.
Musical chairs here.
That was going
love
on.
Right.
that game.
Right.
Just to let the
I
folks
saw
know
that,
exactly
right.
what was happening.
Yeah.
So, but now we have two solid, good attorneys in the studios with Brad and
Kristen,
Squeeze.
who we don't have a name for yet.
Kristen,
Your name?
Yeah, everyone gets a name on the show.
Just Megan.
Just Megan.
Yeah.
Just Megan.
just Megan. When the show is here, you
I
know.
like that.
Right.
So,
right, that's Little Nicky.
All right.
That's SMG. That's Squeeze.
All right, so maybe by
Sometimes.
the end of the show, we'll have a name.
Yeah,
for
there's
me.
only one person on this entire show who never gets a name. Me.
We're working on that.
Squeeze is like, I'm going to come up with a good
We're
one.
working on it.
Yeah. All right, so what's happening in matrimonial law and family law? What are we going to talk about today?
I don't know, Meg. What do you think?
Well,
Talk about
we,
divorce?
we were going to try to talk about custody and child support and how one affects the other because we know child support is,
How does one affect the other?
the important thing. I think a lot of people have the misconception that if they are not seeing their child, that they don't have to pay child support, which is not true, or if they're not paying child support, that they can't see their child, and that's not true. Basically, one does not affect the other. Right? So if you are having an issue with child support, you're still entitled to see your kid. If you are having trouble with your child, you're still obligated to pay child support. So it goes both ways.
All right, so Little Nicky, when Megan is talking, you got to literally pick up the camera and show her because people are watching a video of three people listening to somebody else who's not on camera. So you actually have to do your job. Thank you. All right, so continue, Megan.
Yeah, so what I was just saying is that,
On the break.
if you're paying child support
Right.
and you're having an issue with your visitation, you
Right.
still have to keep paying child support. You don't get to self-help. You don't get to say, oh, you know what, I'm not seeing my kid, I'm not going to pay child support.
Well, what about the issues with the child support where the person says, I lost my job, I can't afford to pay it, so I'm just not going to pay it?
It depends. It depends on how they lost their job. If it's no fault of their own, then they can apply to have their.
But what happens if they don't do anything?
Well, if they don't do anything, they're still
They're
obligated.
still
to pay.
obligated.
Yeah,
That's right.
You have to help yourself.
Right,
You have
exactly.
to do something.
Exactly. Now, what do you do if you do lose your job? What are you
So if
supposed
you
to
do
do?
lose your job and it's no fault of your own, you're accessed from a job where they're cutting salaries because of whatever type of business structure they're having, no issue, you haven't done anything wrong, essentially, you weren't fired for cause. You can apply for a modification of whatever child support obligation you've been obligated to pay, and then at that point, the judge makes a decision. It's usually temporary, so you're not losing your job forever. So for the next 6 months, they'll give you a reprieve in that they'll lower the payment to something that you can afford, and then you revisit it in the next appearance if you have a job.
And by the way, if anybody has any matrimonial issues, we got two really good.
Feel free.
We got
Call us.
two.
We
We
actually have
got
a question right now for them.
We got two really good attorneys here, and that's whether it's family court or whether it's some sort of divorce proceeding. And they're going to hang out with us and stay with us for a while. They're here at Spar and Bernstein. The telephone number to call to get your family law question. We'll still answer immigration questions, but if you do have any family law or matrimonial questions, please give us a call right now because we would like to get those done now and get into that conversation. And it's 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529.
Can I do that plug?
Before you do it, can I just ask this question? We have one for both
I
of
was
them.
just going to give out a number so they can ask questions.
Sure, shoot.
You all mind? Okay. So
It is this Brad and Squeeze show, of course. Of course you can do it. You're part of the show.
So everybody knows that the family law department is one of my favorite departments here at Spar and Bernstein.
Why is it? Because you have
Because
six children?
no, that has nothing to do with it. I think I love my kids.
I know you do. And you
Aw,
take care.
As a matter of fact, I want two more.
You want two more?
I don't know about it.
All
We'll
right,
talk
ladies.
about that.
Ladies out there.
Two more.
There is
All right?
two more kids in Squeeze's future.
Definitely.
All right,
Absolutely.
there. So,
Right.
there it is.
You got to enjoy them.
There it is.
All right. I would like to think that there's some gene pool in this room. All right, but anyway,
Yeah.
child support. There are a lot of men out there who are running into roadblocks with child support. They don't understand it, and there are a lot of women out there who believe that if the father is not, participating in the kid's life, that they should not pay any child support. And that's one of the reasons why I like this department, because this department can handle that. Men, you are out there, you're having issues with child support, you don't understand it, make sure you call us right now, 1-800-529-5465. And ladies, the father should pay child support. So let's not get it twisted. All right? 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Make that call. Go ahead, SMG.
All right. So the question we have for you two from YouTube is from Kat. She just wants to know about prenups and how they hold up with alimony and assets. Can they be overruled?
Megan.
Sure. In terms of a prenup, obviously it's a contract, right? So anyone could go later and say, I want to fight this in court. But if it's done well, it should not be overruled.
What does done well mean?
Meaning, if you get a good lawyer like us to do your prenup, you have
Well, what's
to.
going to be in the prenups that should be there that would make it more rock solid?
Well, my recommendation anytime anyone does a prenuptial agreement is that both you and your spouse have counsel, right? So that each person has independent legal counsel. They have their own attorney to review the agreement. So you can't later say, oh, you know what? I didn't know what I was signing, or my wife's lawyer told me to sign it, or my husband's lawyer told me to sign it. So I always think it's very important that each person in the prenup, each spouse, the husband and wife, each have their own attorney. They can each review the document.
I think that's like the number one
Yeah,
rule.
absolutely.
Because the people who do prenuptial agreements and they, print it offline, from these, legal Zoom or whatever, and they say, here, wife or here, husband, sign this, and they just sign it. In those situations, I can tell you a good attorney or even a decent attorney is going to rip that prenuptial agreement apart because the aggrieved
Absolutely.
spouse, you got to talk into the microphone, but the aggrieved spouse is going to say, I didn't understand I was giving up this. I didn't understand I was giving up that.
Absolutely.
The only thing you can't give up though is child support. You can't.
Right.
You can't,
Right,
you can't
you
give
can't
that
waive
away.
that.
Yes.
Right.
All right. Now, we actually have a couple of questions coming in.
Uh-huh.
This one's from Paul on YouTube. If a father gives up his right as a parent, can he still be ordered to pay child support?
Yes.
No, not if you're surrendering your rights as a parent, legally surrendering them, then no, you're deemed a legal stranger to the child and you're not obligated to pay child support. However, the courts do not often grant that because obviously it's a disservice to the child.
But what?
Thank you.
Because so that's not like a defense to go and say, you know what, I it was like a one night stand. I don't know who this woman is.
No, both-
And I'm not. Maybe I'm the biological father, but I don't want anything to do with this kid. I'm surrendering my rights. Therefore, I don't have to pay
She
child
punched
support.
hole in the condoms?
What?
She punched hole in the condoms?
That
Doesn't
we
matter.
we saw that last night.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yes.
matter. We saw that
Yes.
last night?
No, we didn't see it personally.
Okay, I'm like, whoa.
No. Squeeze on Instagram.
What you guys do have?
No. Squeeze on Instagram. On Instagram, Squeeze follows this thing called Tinder Nightmares. Which is like this
Yes,
thing, which is
it's
this
I posted
thing-
it on my- I posted
which
it on
is
my
this thing,
Instagram.
and
I
so
reposted it.
we're out to dinner. We're out to dinner, and we're
Yeah.
sitting at the bar, and he shows, oh, look at this thing on Tinder Nightmares.
Yeah.
And they give like the. And it was like, I don't know what the woman say is like, hey, how are you? The man says, hey, how are you? I just want to have some sex. You want to,
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, that's all really good. What I want to do is just poke some holes in your condom and give you a nightmare for
Oh,
18 years or something like
Yes.
that. Right.
That's terrifying.
Very.
Right. So
I'm
I've
sure
never-
she was being sarcastic to that lovely offer he gave.
Exactly. Exactly. So it was funny. We had a laugh.
But back to the matter at hand.
But how do you? Why?
If that happens, then what?
What? And to
Tough
what?
luck.
Have you ever seen under
There you go.
right? Have you ever seen under
Look at it
Have you ever
first.
seen it? I've never seen a circumstance where a court would
I
say
have.
you don't have to be the father anymore.
So it's not that the court is saying that. If both mom and dad
They would have to
want
agree.
that, they would have to agree. Generally, there's usually a step parent in place that maybe wants to adopt the child. And so in order to have the other parent consent, sometimes
Okay.
they'll offer it as like a negotiating tool.
I understand.
Yeah.
But it's not
But
gonna-
it's not
it's not-
common, and it's not something anyone should really think, oh, I could do that.
And it's not going to be a defense to go in. I don't want to
No.
pay child support because I'm abandoning this child.
Not at all.
Right.
No.
She said that the father told the mother he didn't want the baby, and when the mother told him she was pregnant.
Yeah, that's,
that's
tough
too bad.
luck.
Works.
That's called Tinder Nightmare.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what that's called, right? 18 years of you don't want the baby. Tough luck.
Yeah.
18
Tough.
years of hell.
Yeah.
It's according to Tinder Nightmare.
What does it mean when you're found father of the child by inquest?
By inquest?
That's a paternity. It would be a paternity.
Yeah, I mean,
hearing. That's in a paternity
it wouldn't-
hearing by a judge.
Yeah, it would never. I mean, inquest.
They might do an inquest. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's not.
Ask them
There
some
would be a
questions.
DNA test. Yeah, that's not really the right term. So I don't know who.
So let's say a mother decides that to take an individual to court because she believes that the person is the father.
Yes.
He doesn't show up to court.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to show up. Unless
But
there's
what if he doesn't?
if there's an acknowledgement of paternity that's already been
No,
signed.
no DNA test, no acknowledgement. She just like, for example,
They're not gonna
little-
do it on
Little Nikki
default.
says SMG is the father of my child,
No.
and took him to court. Okay, he doesn't show up. He's been served the whole 9 yards.
No, they can't do it on default. They have to prove paternity. So there either has to be genetic testing, DNA testing. The father could go in and say, I'm not contesting it. Yes, I'm the dad. I don't need the DNA testing, which don't ever do.
But what if
What do you mean
what if
don't
she
ever
can't?
do?
But what if she
You should
can't?
always ask for a DNA test.
Just to be sure.
yeah,
right.
yeah.
But-
You
but-
should never go in because then 5 years later, when you found out it's
out-
not yours,
Right, find out
you're still paying child
right.
support.
Why does this child look Asian and I'm, from Poland?
Exactly.
It happens.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, but still, but what I'm saying is but how does Nikki, little Nikki, make sure that SMG now becomes the father because
What's
she knows
going on
it's
with
the
little
father?
Nikki and SMG?
I
Yeah.
mean, truly. No, they,
got a woman
the
already,
court,
man.
I mean, if you get them served, the court could always issue like a warrant to have you come in, but you got to get the person to come in. They're not going to do it on default because any person then could go in, submit a fake affidavit of service and say, oh, I served them, so, you should make them the dad. That's not how it works.
And you don't want a warrant out for your arrest, so show up.
And by the way, we are going to take in our speed round questions on family law. We're also going to take in our speed round questions on immigration. We're going to get to our speed round in about 2 or 3 minutes. So if you do have immigration questions or family law questions or matrimonial, leave them right now. We're going to go through them as quickly as we can. And also, we don't have anybody online right now. So if you do have any questions to call, whether you're listening on WVIP 93.5 or Facebook or YouTube,
Are we on?
We are apparently.
You sure?
Well, I think so. 1-800-529.
No, the bill's paid.
1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. And people just call my phone anyway. It doesn't matter whether I'm on a radio show or not.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to embarrass this person and let them listen to me on the radio and not say hello. So, and then she hangs up.
There you go.
There you go. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. And what did I want to say? I don't know if anybody heard. We kind of like brushed aside. But when I said, SMG, what's going on with you and little Nikki? Did anybody hear what he just said? Because, exactly, for the last 6 months on this show, every day he says, I don't have anybody, I don't have a woman, I just have a couple of friends.
Let's see where this is
And
going.
then all of a sudden he just said,
Dangerous.
I have a girl.
If a tree falls in the forest and no one is there to hear it,
Did anybody else hear that?
I
He
just
said
did that. I set up a recorder. But anyway, once again, folks, we have two good family law attorneys in office right here at the law offices of Spar Bernstein and the studios. The number to call is 1-800-529-5465. Do you have a child support question? Do you have an immigration question? Call us now. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. And yes, you can ask your questions also on social media. Okay.
All right, let's go to Eva has a question. Eva? Eva? Mr. Eva,
Yes, Brad.
how are you?
Yeah. Good. I get cut off because I went in a dead zone.
Okay. All right, you're back alive now.
Yes.
All right, what's up?
that. My issue is I was trying to find out about a friend who was deported like 17 years ago. He was just at the wrong place at the wrong time and get caught up, right?
What was he found guilty of?
He didn't have his right paperwork. He was illegal.
Just here illegally, he didn't have a criminal record.
At the time, I think he did like 90 days in Rikers before.
Okay, so then he had he got deported for some criminal record then. Do you know what it was? Was it drugs?
Yeah, I think it was drugs. He get deported.
Yeah.
I mean, he get convicted for, but he didn't get deported that time.
I know, but if you have a conviction for drugs, unless it's like a couple of joints, you're not coming back to America no matter what the ultimate reason why is that you got deported.
Okay.
Unless he was a minor when he was here and his parents were citizens and he had a green card, it's possible they deported a citizen. And I've gotten people back in that situation, but otherwise,
he wasn't nothing like that.
Right. No.
I guess he's doomed then.
No. That guy's stuck where he is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. After you get your green card, how
Uh-huh.
long after you could file for citizenship?
Well, if you're in the military, 1 year. If you're married to a U.S. citizen in a bona fide marriage, 3 years. Otherwise, 5.
Okay.
So the fastest way to become a citizen is join the military with a green card.
I did
Right.
not know that.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Except,
think our 3 years. Yeah.
yeah, except you're in the military, so
Yeah, it's a commitment.
it's a
Yeah.
commitment. Right, you just don't go to the military for a couple months and say, thanks, now
All
I'm a
right, I'm
citizen. I'm done. Right. They don't play that game there. Right? All right?
Anyway, Brad, good work.
Thank you very much.
Come and see you. I gotta come see you.
Are you Eva or what's your name?
Ever. EVER. Ever.
Oh,
That's my first
Ever.
name.
Okay,
Ever.
all right. Because they had you as Eva, and I'm like, well, you don't, doesn't sound like an Eva to me. All right. Thank you very much, my man.
All right, bro.
Be well. All right.
1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Are we doing immigration questions?
We're going to do page 21 we haven't gotten to yet. Kristen, Megan, you familiar with this contract I signed?
I'm not.
You are not.
Kristen's not.
Kristen is not. So there's this contract that was signed a long time ago. I don't know. Feels like a long time ago, but it's only a few months ago. But it feels like eternity.
Feels like eternity.
Yeah, and I call it page 21 because on page 21, everything is nice and fluffy, 1 through 20. You squeeze an eye, we'll banter and do stuff on the radio. And then on page 21, it goes, Brad will do this, Brad will do this, Brad will do this. And it's all about USA credit repair. All right, so I got to do it.
Yeah.
All right, because
Sounds
it's part
fair
of the
enough.
contract.
Yeah.
So I don't want to.
Yeah, we can't have any breaches of
No,
contract here.
we don't breach contracts here. So USA Credit Repair, what they do is people who have bad credit or they don't have any credit whatsoever, they get your credit up. And so let me ask you this question, or maybe you don't know, or maybe anybody doesn't know. What's the big deal if you have bad credit? Who cares? So I have bad credit. What's the big deal?
What's the big deal?
Right. What is the big deal?
Keep walking around with bad credit.
Can't
Can't open bank accounts.
So what?
Getting turned down for government jobs.
Big deal.
Okay.
What else?
Can't buy a house.
Can't buy a house.
High
Can't get
car
a car.
insurance.
Can't get a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody.
Getting
credit.
fired from your job.
Why would
Credit
you get
cards.
fired from a job with bad credit?
Bad credit. You can't show accountability and responsibility.
Yeah,
It's
or
happening.
I've
especially
seen,
government jobs.
I've seen people with bad credit that they get turned down from a job because people with bad credit,
Yep.
Stereotyping now.
That's what they do.
Okay, it's stereotyping.
Unfortunately,
People with bad credit.
I think that's wrong, though.
They think are more likely to steal.
That's true.
Yes.
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 So they get turned down for jobs that way
Yep.
too. So this USA Credit Repair, they give you a 90-day money-back guarantee. That if they don't get your credit up within 90 days, you get your money back. And it's absolutely free to call them to find out whether or not you even have bad credit. So a lot of people, I'm going to tell you the
They don't
truth.
know.
Before I started doing this, I never checked I would never check my credit. And then I'd go to lease a car and the guy's like, how's your credit? I go, I guess it's okay. I have no idea. I
pay my
I
bills.
pay my bills. But I have no idea, And then they would lease me the car. I'm like, oh, thank God. I didn't know. And so since I started this, I've been calling USA Credit every month.
Yeah.
And they check my credit repair. They don't repair my credit because my credit's okay, but they check my credit rating every month, and they do it for free.
Yep.
So
It's
I just call them.
It's good to know too because of things like identity theft. So you want to know what's on your credit report
That's right.
because if
Absolutely.
someone opened a bank account in your name or a credit card, you want to know that.
Right, and we just had a call yesterday from a woman who just got here with her green card. Remember that? She just
Yes.
got here with her green card and
Yep.
she lost it and she said, okay, I got to replace it and how do I replace my social security number? And I said, okay, do the I-90, go down to social security. I said, but somebody's walking around with your identity.
Right.
I would call USA Credit Repair to make sure that
Yeah.
they haven't stolen your identity and open up all these accounts in your name and next thing you know, you're getting sued.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So the telephone number for USA Credit Repair is 1-800-872-7177. They are our proud sponsors. Proud.
Proud.
Are
Very
you?
proud.
Are they proud of this show?
Very, very, very proud.
I don't know if they are.
Very proud.
Are they?
Well, you got to give out the number a little bit.
Yes,
faster.
1-800-872.
A little faster.
1-800-872.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, 1-8. I was just
I don't know
following.
where you
I was
been last
just-
night, man.
I
I know
was
where you
just-
last
I
night.
was with you. I was just following your directions. 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. 1-800 1-800-872-7177. That's USA Credit Repair, 1-800-872-7177. We have 10 minutes to go. Little
Let's
Nikki,
do
what's
some
on your
questions.
mind? 1 second. What's on Little Nikki's mind? Excuse me.
Let's say a man has a child and he doesn't necessarily want to be in the child's life, but he still agrees to pay child support for that child, and the mother passes away or something happens to her. Does he have to take full responsibility for the child, or she go into foster care?
No, you can't force someone to be a good parent. You can't force someone to visit with their child. So in that situation, they might summon the father to the court, and if he doesn't want to take responsibility and have custody of the child, they can't force him to. A court's not going to put a child in the custody of someone that doesn't want them. Think about it practically.
So then either they'll find a relative or
Hopefully,
goes
yeah.
into foster care. But either way, I still think the father is still responsible for paying
he's
child
certainly
support.
still,
So
financially responsible.
right. So just
Yeah.
because you don't want to raise the kid doesn't mean now that the mother passed away and the kid's in foster care with another relative, then I'm off the hook.
No, that changes nothing. So
Changes
essentially, let's say the maternal grandmother or the paternal grandmother, for example, would be willing to take the child in. The father would now have to pay that child support obligation to the new guardian or custodial figure.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Jumping
Thank
straight,
you. Speed round. Let's
Jumping
go.
straight to YouTube.
Okay.
I've been separate from my husband since 2014 under DV. Unable to serve him papers for divorce. Can't find his location. How can I divorce him? Have a 5-year order of protection.
All right, well, this is a
About
classic.
DV meaning domestic
Right,
violence.
so this is a classic case of a motion for publication. In New York, you're required to personally serve the opposing party to notify them that you want a divorce from them. It sounds very simple, but sometimes it can be difficult, especially if someone doesn't want to be found.
Right. You got to do all searches through the military and show the court that you really made a diligent effort to try to find this person. You
Absolutely.
can't. And then you ever see those like little legal notices in the back of newspapers that nobody reads, and of course the husband that you can't find will not read either. So it's a whole legal fiction. But you say, okay, I put an ad in the newspaper, I couldn't find them, done. But you got to get permission from the courts first.
Right.
Next.
Would you include 401k in a prenup?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. How soon after receiving my citizenship can I file for my wife?
That's a Brad
The
question.
next day.
All right. Going from there, when I go to the child support website to where I'm at with child support, there are other kids under my account. I called to try to get them deleted, but New York City always asks if they are mine. Should I be worried about this?
Certainly, if there's children that are not yours, you should be concerned
Yeah.
and you should come call us.
Yes,
All right.
because the New York City State, you're responsible for
Yes.
these kids. That's not going away.
That's concerning.
Yes.
That's
So
not
give us a call,
Where did these kids come from?
1-800-529-5469. Does accepting government...
Whoa.
1-800-529-5465.
Correct.
My apologies.
1-800-LawLink.
LawLink.
Easily remember that.
1-800-529-5465.
Let's keep going.
Does accepting government help affect the chances of getting a green card?
Yes.
I think before a man... I think that's just a comment. I think before a man pays child support, the judge should order a DNA test. A lot of men are paying child support for kids that are not theirs.
We said that.
Yeah, she's just agreeing.
Yes.
All right. Is there a Part B to Forms I-30, I-130, and I-485? Also, can one apply for a fee waiver?
You cannot apply for a fee waiver on I-485. There's a Part A now to the I-130 on the new forms.
Okay. I'm not sure what this question was in reference to. I tried to ask and she hasn't responded yet, but apparently it's just, what if the child is working and not in school? I'm trying to figure out
Yeah,
where.
that
They're trying to say,
matters.
do you have to pay child support
Certainly.
still?
It depends on how much the child's earning. If it's a part-time job where they're earning a small amount of money, it may not affect the full obligation. But if they're not in school and they're over the age of 21 and they have a job, they are not entitled to child support anyway.
Okay.
If they're under 21 and they're working full-time,
There's one conviction from the 1980s for a huge amount of marijuana. And they can't renew their green card. They're not doing their citizenship. They're just standing still because, under this little, he's not a little guy, he's a big orange man in the White House. They would deport him as soon as they see their records. So she's like kind of staying a little undercover a little bit. So she said, well, is there ever going to be a time when, I said, I don't know. I can't read the future. I said, but the trend is that marijuana is becoming legal. And so for marijuana convictions, maybe in the future, eventually as states pass marijuana laws and you're allowed to, grow marijuana, smoke marijuana, that it becomes legal. The federal government will eventually make it legal. It's like gay marriage, okay? Enough states passed gay marriage laws that the federal government had to recognize it. Now gay marriage is legal. So now, so then the next question is, and I'm not a constitutional scholar, although I like to think I am, is what about, what happens now? Okay, so now it's legal to have 18 pounds of marijuana in my car, but 20 years ago it wasn't legal. Okay, that's now you're saying you're treating different people in similar circumstances differently, and then now there's arguments to be made that they shouldn't the laws shouldn't be deported or should be able to come back or whatever the
Should be
case may
applied
be.
retroactively.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
All right, so the answer is they can't come back now, but maybe in the future when marijuana is legal, you never know.
Yeah, but I heard you said if you serve in the Marines, you are a citizen automatically.
No, I didn't say you were an automatic citizen. I said if you serve in the Marines for 1 year, you could apply for your citizenship after 1 year. You still have to apply for it. So for everybody in the Marines or anybody in the military, they should be doing their U.S. I mean, that's a terrible thing that you served your country in the Marines, which is, by the way, the Marines are the first people off the boat into action.
Right.
They're the ones jumping off the boat and jumping off the helicopter,
Bullets, everything.
bullets flying
around.
all over the place, they're like, the real Arnold Schwarzeneggers. And Arnold Schwarzenegger just plays a Marine, in the movies. And I think it's pretty sad that the guy made a mistake and he's probably, but he put his life on the line for America, but he's now not allowed to live here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sad.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Good
All right.
morning.
We got to make
We
this
gotta
legal.
go. Yes, I didn't realize the time. Thank you. Gotta go.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LawLink. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LawLink. That's 1-800-529-5465.